Hey everybody, it's Matt, and today I'm going to be talking about Lionel's new Legacy software, the 1.3 version, not the 1.2. You're probably wondering how I already have the newest Legacy software. I've explained this in the past before. My dad's friend has given me the Legacy 1.3 software. I don't have the modules physically because we had upgraded it when I went to his house one time. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the features. I'm going to be using the FEF as part of today's video to demonstrate some of those 1.3 features. Now I'm going to talk about different features that you can't really explain, but I'm going to get started. So the first part is I'm going to fire up the FEF. Alright. The first thing is with your steam locomotives, your big Lionel scaled or Line Masters with Legacy. You know you're gonna hit the Give me a second. Alright, I'm going to let the FEF make its way over here. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how, because you know how you all want your chuffing to be louder on your locomotive. Lionel has made an effect where you can make the chuffing louder on your locomotive. So you don't have to keep hitting the brake lever to make it louder. Can you hear it getting louder? Lionel has created a solution to where you can get your chuffing to be louder without you having to use the brake. So you're going to want to hit the speed. And notice I have these and you don't have these because I have the 1.3. Hit the up arrow and the chuffing will get louder. Hopefully. And you want the volume to go down, you just hit the down. Alright, I'm going to shut the FEF down, that way you can hear me.
UP-844 here. I'm shutting this train down. Out.
Okay, Lionel has also changed the way you set up your lash-ups. And I find this to be the really cool factor. Alright, so here, the icons have changed on your remote. So I want to program, let's say, the 844 in this lash up. So I'm going to hit the first two digits, 84, and it's going to show up as a steam locomotive, diesel locomotive, breakdown unit, or whatever. So 84. So now it looks like a steam locomotive. And notice you have these symbols above it. That symbol means it's going to be the head of the lash up. That symbol means it's going to be the leader and give the orders. And that one's going to have the whistle sounds, bell sounds, and whatnot. Now I'm going to use the Katy as the demonstration. Now it looks like a picture of the diesel. Now you see some chains there. That's what the train link comes in. So I'm just going to set it for now. Hopefully the FEF will start up. Alright, it didn't start up. Alright, so now that the 1988 was part of this lash up, I'm going to hit the train link. And notice it'll take you to this screen once you get the software. This software allows you to where I can actually use the 1988 controls within the lash up, such as the tower comm and the crew talk, the lights. And I'm going to use the cattle car as well. So I'm going to go back to the lash up. But let me go over that real quick. Now let me turn them off. That way they don't interrupt me. Alright. This is considered a freight sounds unit from Lionel. So when they made the software, they changed the icons. As you can see, the icons have changed. Now, the icons are different. This is to load your load, like load the cattle in. To unload whatever your load is on this freight sounds car. This is to start the game. The car comes with. And then that's the, like there is, if you saw my run of the 2696 video, you notice that they say wheels fixed, you're good to go. that is like a repair thing that needs to be done. That's for the end of train device. That's to turn on the screeching sounds, and that's to turn on the freight sounds. But for the freight sounds unit, you also got passenger car sounds. I'm going to use this as an example. Now, Lionel has came up with more than what you thought. They have steam. Get there. They have steam, diesel switcher, electric, subway, legacy Pulmar. If you all remember looking in the 2010 Volume 1 catalog, you noticed that they were remaking some of the old locomotives with legacy Pulmar. That is a different motorized system where you're now allowed to use those old 50 engines from the 50s and allow them to use the legacy and use them. Now you have accessories, like you can program it as an accessory like a building. Passenger car, like my George Washington diner. Breakdown unit. It took me a while to figure out what the breakdown unit is. If you all know, if you have those legacy F7B units that they call the breakdown units, that's what that is. Freight sounds, that's the cattle car. Now I found out that the passenger car, breakdown unit, and freight sounds are different icons. Then you have the Lionel Excella. If any of you own the Excella, you want to choose this. Now the crane car is the legacy equipped crane, but it's TMCC. Let me choose that. That way you can see the icons for that. Which is cool is that you can control the direction by turning the throttle knob and by lowering the jib and whatnot. It's so cool. I want to get a crane. That's how cool it is. But then it goes back to the whole cycle again. But in my opinion, I want to get a crane. It has everything that you could expect. A crane. But, I say this new software is probably the best software that Lionel has ever made so far. But don't take it from me. Take it from the guys at Lionel that created the software. I'm glad to say I haven't looked at the subway software yet. As you can see, there's a lot of cool stuff. A man with a finger, that means opening the doors probably. Then you got, I never seen the legacy Pulmar. Looks like the same. I never seen the breakdown unit stuff. I've seen. Never seen the Lionel Excella stuff. That's cool. I think that's a symbol opening the doors from the right and the left side. Now, I don't get the point because the steam switcher and the diesel switcher are the exact same controls. I don't know. I have to contact Lionel about something like that. Subway. I never seen electric. Looks the same. But really, this is to show you, all of you who don't have the new legacy software, on what it is. This will help you point it out. Really much changed within software, but basically same operation. But for those of you who used to have the 1.2 software still, there's a trick that I learned that because all of you keep throwing the brake in to make the chuffing louder. With those of you that have the 1.2 software, here's what you do when your steam engine's in operation. Let me turn this off then.
844, I'm shutting this train down. See you tomorrow. Out.
Those are for the Mars light. For those of you that still have the 1.2 software, please note this. For those of you that still have the 1.2, all of you keep throwing the brake with your steam engines. Hit this button right below your smokestack. That way you can make your chuffing louder. If it doesn't work, let me know, because I've had to use it on all of my steam locomotives before. So thank you for watching this video on the 1.3 software, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye.